Welcome to beautiful Boone, North Carolina, Kid Brewer Stadium, home of the App State Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Appalachian State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm, can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, turning it on! All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Looking to throw, it's Ezukama. Fires left. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Punch it out of the air. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid, perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So Georgia State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides...
He's going to take a shot. He's got it on the left. They'll mark him down right there, and how about that play and picking up a chunk of yardage? Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. They tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quickly to the tight end. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. It's 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Ezukama. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
Wants to go up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And here comes the offense on second down. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Grabbed over the middle. It's James. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Hold on.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. Snap in the shotgun. This time he's got it. And he's dragged down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Crosses the 45. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached a break, and Appalachian State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Ezukama. A little screen to the running back. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an
and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're dealing with a second and long. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 40. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you got...
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Ezukama. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just...
It's caught. There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Snagged in the middle, it's James. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level.
Lot of room to the right. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And the Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
think a really big key in the RPO game is having really good rhythm and timing. Offense didn't have it there, and that's why it falls incomplete.
The Mountaineers are facing 3rd and inches. Back to throw, it's Ezukama. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score in the season.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. 1st down here for the offense. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Caught in the backfield, it's Coffee. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Georgia State jumps back to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They bring the punter onto the field now. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Looking downfield, it's Ezukama. This time it's complete. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Bringing the heat. Pulls it in. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. On the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Boone when that town is buzzing as it is today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Kid Brewer Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Mountaineers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the shotgun, the inside give. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the... Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. A long run from the running back, not exactly setting any land speed records, but he got the job done.
It was a long run that took a long time because he's not the fastest guy in the world, but it doesn't matter, right? Get that nose for the end zone, get in the goal line. That's all that matters. That's all we're keeping score. That 6 counts for just as much as all those fast guys that get there.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Right down the middle. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. Now facing a third and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Ezukama. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle. It's Westbrook. Bust through behind his pad. Oh, there's an alley to the left. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. And here they come, almost all the way back.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. At midfield, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just...
Oh, he's got some space.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Mountaineers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Slithers into space. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. It's our forced to settle for the field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Creates a little space. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Coffee. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's close to the first down, and they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Panthers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense under.
Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. is underway.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Dropping back, it's Ezukama. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. They're working that left side. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Mountaineers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Not able to pick up that 1st down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this 1st down.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, App State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Georgia State, 28.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Sends it back in motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. It's complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Georgia State jumps back to the line. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they had to take some...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Here's a heat. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
And I love this defense coming up big late in the 4th quarter. 2 sacks in a row all over this quarterback.
Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Finds his big tight end, and he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. From the gun, running back gets the give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast.
Turning it on. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's got it on the run. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get... Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, App State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Rhodes. Pocket breaking down. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. High the chains now on 2nd and long. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Holding.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. After this, it'll be a wrap. With the run on 1st and goal. And he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Clock is all zeros, and time has expired here. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good.